My name is Erica Gholston. I am a registered nurse. I'm located in the state of Connecticut, and my business is called Luxe Brow Studio LLC, and as well as Luxe Beauty and Aesthetics LLC. I found out about doctors for providers by looking online. It's always been a dream of mine to open my own med spa. And being with the limitations in the state that I reside in, I almost felt discouraged, or like it was almost virtually impossible for me to find a medical director. And I went online to look for resources that can help me make those necessary, valuable connections. I came across Doctors for Providers, and I did call. And I got connected with an awesome recruiter. Her name is Casey, and she met all my expectations and more. She walked me through the entire process from start to finish. And now my dream is becoming a reality. So what I liked about Doctors for Providers, one, I liked the service that I got from it. It seemed like the other agencies or businesses that I reached out to, it sounded like they only wanted my money, didn't really necessarily like tap into me, what my needs are or what have not. The biggest thing that I liked about Doctors for Providers is, one, not only the customer service, but two, also the efficacy of everything. It went by very smoothly. It went by very fast. And I'm glad that that process moved as swift as it did, because I thought that it would be just such a long, drawn, dragged out process. And ironically, it ended up being a very pleasurable experience. I think the most important component of everything was definitely the efficiency. I would say definitely the price. Being that this is my second business that I'm opening up, it's rather more so nerve-wracking, and every cent counts. So the price factor was great. The most rewarding thing that I liked about it was the fact of my recruiter, because she really worked for me, and not necessarily like the providers. I mean, she works for both, parties, of course, but she had my best interest at heart. For example, one provider was offering an insane provider fee amount. And before she even like talked to me about that provider, she didn't even waste my time. She was just like, nope, Erica, I knew that this one provider wasn't going to be a fit for you. And so I'm going to keep searching, and I promise you, I'm going to find the right person for you. And literally the person that she did find for me was the perfect person for me. I'm like super excited about the partnership moving forward. And that all came from the greatness of my recruiter. So definitely the price, the efficiency, the customer service. I think those are the three components that really made this experience so worthwhile for me. They're a great company. I love the fact that they're very attentive to what my needs are, what I want. I love how the recruiters are advocates for us business owners. I love the ease of the whole entire process. And if you are super nervous about making these connections, then this company, Doctors for Providers, is what you need to make that connection happen. Ironically, before I got into the field of aesthetics, I was a nurse administrator, and I was a perioperative services manager for years. So I know plenty of doctors and plenty of surgeons, but to have those interviews and to employ them as a medical director, it changes things. So your anxiety can be at an all-time high. Having those conversations, how do you go about having those conversations? So it's also great to have doctors for providers, because your recruiter is also like your liaison. You can confide in them and talk to them about what your concerns are, and they're working with you to make sure you get that right fit that you need. And the other thing that I also love about doctors for providers too is that the fee is very affordable. They also have payment plans in which that you can pay to pay the fee, which takes a lot of the weight and the burden off of you, especially if you are a small business owner and just starting out. So that helps out a ton with your startup expenses as well. So again, if anyone were to ask me, why would you choose doctors for providers? My question again would be, why haven't you decided not to go with